Spirit 105.3. Hi.
Hi, Erica.
Is this Susie Crosby? The Susie Crosby who wrote the sweetest children's book of all time?
This is Susie. Nice to talk to you.
It is so wonderful to connect with you. I have to tell you, I feel so much better having read your new children's book, Where is Sheep 100? And I loved getting to know Cobie, Sheep 100, and Shep. Thank you for writing this.
Oh, I had so much fun writing it.
Oh, I bet. I could tell. Okay, for somebody who doesn't have the pleasure of holding this beautiful book in their hands, how would you tell the story?
All right. Cobie is a very curious and not very patient little sheep.
Sounds like me.
And he wants to feel like he matters. He feels unseen, and he does not like his number 100 because there's only 100 sheep in the flock, so that means he's last.
Yeah, he doesn't like being counted last, and he does like getting into all sorts of trouble. But the shepherd, whose name is Shep, so cute, says, I will always find you no matter where you've gone or why you've left. And hey, let's face it, Susie, Jesus compares you and I to sheep. And the message is God is always going to come looking for you. He's always going to be there when we turn back to him, right?
That's it. That's why I wrote the book. That's my favorite page of the book, actually, where just exactly what you read. I feel like that's so true for all of us in our lives, how we wander away, we get scared, we get wondering what's happening on the other side. And then Jesus comes to get us with just so much grace and kindness and brings us back with joy.
Oh, it's so wonderful. How did you come up with this idea? Because it's so creative. I mean, Jesus says the Good Shepherd leaves the 99 sheep to find the one lost one. So obviously the Bible inspired you, but like, were you just driving down I-5 and you thought, this is a great idea?
Well, I've always loved the parable of the lost sheep. It's one of my favorite stories, and I just have thought about it in so many ways, and especially now that I'm a kindergarten teacher. But one of the big things we do is a lot of counting. Counting to 100 is a kindergarten skill or an early learning skill. So I thought that really fits with the 100 sheep and the lining up and the counting by twos and fives and tens and all the things that we do at school. The other thing is that kids really want to be first. It's just a natural tendency, even adults, right? Like we don't want anybody cutting in front of us in line. And that is the thing we deal with at a kindergarten school a lot. Like somebody's just so sad because they didn't get to be first. And I thought, why do they need that place? Everybody matters to God. How can I help kids understand that it doesn't matter if you're first in line or last in line or somewhere in the middle? We all matter to Jesus.
Oh, Susie, I'm so happy that you wrote this. Have you shared it with little kids so far, and what has their reaction been?
Oh, I have. I've read it to different friends of mine, kids, and I even read it to some of my students last spring, and they love it. They love finding the little different sheep pictures and counting them and identifying with different characters, but especially Cobie.
Oh, Cobie is my favorite because, well, I relate to him. Why is that parable that Jesus told about leaving the 99 for Cobie, the 100th sheep, your favorite? Like, why does it resonate with you?
Well, I think I read a book called A Shepherd Looks at Psalm 23.
Yes.
And it's one of my favorites. I've read it several times. And I feel like when I really learn about how Jesus loves us, like sheep are loved by a shepherd, I just feel like I grow so much closer to him when I really see him as my shepherd and how he provides every single thing that I need. So reading Psalm 23 and learning about what it means that we have a good shepherd in Jesus, and also this book, A Shepherd Looks at Psalm 23, and really realizing what it means for a real shepherd, like what they really have to do to take care of their sheep. I'm like, wow, he loves us. Wow, he loves us well.
It's amazing to me that God calls himself the Good Shepherd. What is an example of something that an actual shepherd does that reminds you of how God takes care of us?
Well, one of the things about the counting, one of the reasons I made it a counting book, is in this book, A Shepherd Looks at Psalm 23, I learned that the shepherd checks every sheep carefully, looks at their nose, their ears, their wool, every part of them, checks them to make sure that they're okay and that there's nothing bothering them or, causing them to have any health issues. And just that personal care that a shepherd gives to his sheep it just made me feel like, wow, he knows everything about me and he really cares about every single thing. And he also has already provided for all the things that I'm going to need.
It reminds me of what Jesus says. He counts the hairs on our heads. We are
Mm-hmm.
that important and precious to him.
Yes. Yes.
Boy, this book is so wonderful. Tell me about how you're feeling about going back to school.
Oh, I'm so excited. I think, coming in with this new book to share with kids, I'm just super excited to help them feel loved and feel like they belong. And I was thinking about all the little kids getting ready to go to school and how they might feel like, oh, I'm going to be lost in the big crowd, or will my teacher know me, or those kind of things we struggle with as fall comes around. Even kids going away to college, like worrying about that belonging or that feeling of being noticed or seen. I just want everyone to know that Jesus sees them, that Jesus is already ready to help them through whatever feeling of loneliness they might have or feelings of anxiety, that he is ready to be our shepherd and find us wherever we are. He knows.
Yeah, he's always going to come looking for us because he loves us that much. Wow. I feel seen. Okay. Do y'all still do carpet squares, Susie? How does reading time look?
Well, we actually do have carpet, not carpet squares.
Okay.
But yeah, reading time looks all different ways because when we read to the kids, they're usually on a carpet for sure. But as they learn to read on their own, they sometimes get to go read like under the desk or on the little cushion, or, there's sometimes little special reading places too.
Some of my best memories include my teacher or the librarian reading to us in the little circle pit at school. Susie, we are so close to back to school season now. What advice do you have for kids coming back to school as a brand new year begins? You're a kindergarten teacher. What's your best advice? Give us a back to school pep talk.
You know what? I think after all these years of teaching, I think I would just say, just be you. Just be who you are, and you are going to be loved, and you are going to be welcomed, and you are going to have so much fun. You're going to learn more than you can even imagine. Just be you.
Beautiful. Susie Crosby, author of Where is Sheep 100? Give this to somebody who's going back to school. There's a kid who needs to read this book, or maybe you do. Susie, thank you for being here, and please come back soon. You're a joy.
Thank you, Erica.